What is up, YouTube? This video is going to be the day one highlights of the tournament I was casting, the E7 World Cup Lunatic Big Chun tournament. If you haven't heard about it, I basically was casting, and I am basically running a lot of tournaments throughout the year because I want to practice my casting, and hopefully Smilegate can consider taking me on as a caster, or maybe in a more analytical type of analyst kind of role. Um, and that's why we're running these tournaments, because what better way to showcase and improve my ability at casting than to do something like this? And it's fun for the community, and people are able to, showcase their talents and put their name out there. And yeah, so Smilegate, if you're watching this, uh, please consider me, please. Anyhow, this is going to be quite a lengthy video, so I would recommend you watch this maybe while you're eating dinner, or maybe while you're watching lunch, or just watching it on the side, because it is going to be a quite long one. It's 5 hours of content, trying to compress it down to like 30 minutes. So I got to as close to half an hour as I could, but without further ado, please drop a like, comment for the algorithm, and let me know if you want to see the full tournament VOD on YouTube. I can do so, or you can watch it on Twitch directly. Without further ado, let's get into our matches for today, and don't miss out on any of them. Timestamps are below. We have Meow Mixed versus KHM. Arguably, I might say two of the best tank down players in the game. Maybe. KHM has been sporting a lot of aggressive play though, and Meow Mix, we know what he likes to do, right? Plays a lot of Aronka. He's a really flexible player, but KHM kind of turning over a new leaf, right? Kind of only known as like a tank down player in the past, but really kind of transforming himself into a completely new player this season. And we see the rank 2 versus the rank 5. This is going to be a huge match. Meow Mix opts to go for the Hekate on 5, recognizing that there are 2 revivers and an immortality unit from the scales. Hekate seems to be quite strong. Maybe. Will it be a force ban? Will KHM care? And KHM will respect the Hekate, and the Fumir gets banned out by Meow Mix, wanting to make sure that he doesn't get controlled. Because remember, Fumir has a 2-turn sleep, right? 2-turn sleep is very, very powerful, right? So that's, and also you get the fixed damage, you get the death breaks. If that Fumir gets that S3 and S2 off and it lands asleep in the death break, that free run might just clear, right? So into game 1 we go. KHM versus Meow Mix, and Nurse Yulha will get the first turn. That's a great point. There is also the reset on S3. That's a great point. I will, yep. Now, Yulha does get the S3. Who does he apply it onto? Goes on to LRK. LRK with the superhumanization, 62k HP. Now, is this on 3F? What build is this on? No, it is not. Idols here on the Ruel. Immortality does proc on the first rotation, but Scales able to take the turn. Actually did get half of the CR push from Yulha from her passive. And Freerin has the S3 available. Mirrored Lotus Ring. Is this going to be Crown of Glory LRK? Remember, because LRK has superhumanization, this barrier is going to be fat. It's going to be really thick. And look at that barrier on Bihu. It's almost half their HP. It's a huge barrier, guys. S1 does land the stun on the Nurse Yulha.
15 minutes later.
Right, because if Maid Chloe is present, like, the damage from Bihu and all the chip, it's not going to be enough to quite pop. But if that Maid Chloe falls out of the game, I mean, we're looking at a completely different game, right?
It's important to know one's place.
Now, unfortunately, Bihu does have S3, also goes for the Soul Bird, reducing the cooldowns by 2 turns. Oh. Oh, man. The mitigation is gone, but the scales didn't quite die. S1, again, going out onto the Yulha, Warhorn proccing, getting another turn. Will we see another superhumanization LRK? Yes, absolutely. We can move the camera, for sure. My apologies.
If you're afraid, you can surrender. Oh, don't act so surprised.
Bihu S1 goes out onto the Ruel. Ooh, not quite dying. Not quite dying. Missing the stun, however, on the Maid S1. We are now in Frenzy 4, approaching Frenzy 5. Yeah, guys, I'm saying a lot of words. I'm jumbling the abilities. My bad. Soulburn S3 again. Did be oh my days. The scales just popped. The Soul Burn and the Superhumanization Bihu is just insane cycling, right? The fact that he's able to just reduce the skill cooldown by 2 turns every single time, that S3 is basically up almost every rotation when you are cycling that fast with Superhumanization. And now Free Ring goes for the S3. This will proc Crown of Glory. How is Yulha still alive? I just want to say, how is Yulha still alive in this game? I don't get it. This might be the tankiest Yulha of all time. Like, KHM has thrown everything he has at this Yulha, and it's just not dying. Bihu getting an S1. This will proc all of the burns on the maid, and that will die 29k. And that's going to be game 1 in favor of Meow Mix. And Meow Mix picks up the Twisted Eidolon Keiron. I mean, how, like... I'm speechless. We see Guard Captain Crow. We're seeing Dark Corvus. We saw Bihu. We're now seeing MOK. I mean, he's just got all the tricks in the bag. He has got all the tricks in the bag. He is ready for every situation. And KHM opting to go for the Crimson Armband, recognizing that he wants to take out some of the mitigation so that he can really ramp up with the Aiden or the Fern carry, as he does have the Seahead Hippolytus and the ARAM available. But Meow Mix is going to have to break through Baruka to try to get access to that Fern. But once that Fern dies, the game will most likely be over. But one thing about Harsetti matchups is that it really comes down to that speed RNG factor from her passive, right? Everyone's CR is going to be jumbled up in the very beginning. Into game number 2 we go. Meow Mix is up 1-0, and we're going to check the CR bar. And Dark Corvus is going to go right after. S1 from the Harsetti, counterattack from the Bossarunka. Not landing the defense break, but the Rocket Punch is going to come out. And now we do see the Vigor come out from the ARAM. We do see Fairy Tail for a Nightmare stripping the immunity off of the Fern. But Soulburn S3 throwing to the Blue Rose coming out from Dark Corvus. This will take out the Bossarunka. This will fully penetrate her defense and more. Extinct.
Sorry.
But the game is not over yet. Fern is up. She does have the Vigor. She does have speed. And she doesn't have Warfare Set. She's on S1. So she goes for Butterfly Hair Ornament. So it's going to give her that little bit of a barrier off that S1. Meow Mix. Seahead Hippolytus will reduce that fighting spirit. So it's going to be very hard to gain. But Twisted Eidolon Keiron S3 is still going to do a lot of damage. And Meow Mix wasting no time. Off to go for the S3. Will this be enough damage to take out the Fern through the barrier? And he counters. Oh, we see the counter repost. Barrier gets refreshed from Butterfly Hair Ornament, keeping her alive. And now ARAM will be able to boost up the Fern, pushing her down the CR bar potentially if he opts to do so. There is immunity on the Guard Captain Crow, so unfortunately, KHM can't go for a stun angle on that Crow potentially to try to skip the turn. And looks like that is going to be what he does. S3 from the Fern, exploiting weak points, attack buff, Vigor. This is going to kill something. Who does KHM go for? And S3 goes up to the Guard Captain Crow, and it takes out 33k HP, putting into a 3v3 situation. Seahead Hippolytus will have the S3. Will we see the Awakened Leaf come out? Will we see the pushback going on onto Meow Mix's side? Yes, we do. He lands everything and more. S1 coming out from the free run. He does have souls, and Meow Mix recognizing there is nothing he can do. Game 2 going in favor of KHM. Now, once again, Meow Mix looking to farm trial points for Guild War, but we're in RTA. Oh my god, he actually locked in Adventurer Ras. I was just kidding. I was about to make a Guild War joke, but he actually locked in Adventurer Ras. We are seeing a bunch of pocket picks coming out from Meow Mix, and he locks in the free run on 3, not caring about the Valiant early. Nurse Yulha gets banned on Meow Mix's side, and as first pick, Meow Mix is going to follow the fundamentals and ban out the Festive Ida. Alright, into game number 3 we go. Let's see who moves on to the next round. Fumir does outspeed the Luna, and you see the 5 focus stacks on the Fumir. That means she will proc. Now he opts to go onto the Luna, as you do need to break the skill effect nullifier. Oh my days. Oh my days. S3. Oh, he doesn't land on the LRK, but 10k damage comes out onto the Luna. Briar has the S3 and S1 available, but everybody's asleep right now. He doesn't have to press S3. He opts to skip all their turns. Luna gets skipped. Oh my, Belly gets skipped. Illinav gets skipped. Everybody gets skipped. The defense break and the Luna on the Luna and the Imperial Illinav is going to be really problematic for KHM. Freeran is running around the corner. This is going to be a lot of damage. This is going to be a lot of damage. LRK 30k HP, Soulburn reducing the cooldown. Not quite proccing the Solitude rune from Adventurer Raw, so Freerin still has a barrier for survivability. S3 will grant 50% combat readiness. Will this take out the Luna and the Imperial 11? One shot! It killed out the Luna, but the Crown of Glory proccing, not able to kill off the Imperial Illinav because the Penres is just too powerful, and the Crown of Glory damage mitigation. S2 comes out, goes on. Will it kill off the Illinav? It does! 2v4 situation. KHM is not out of it yet, ladies and gentlemen. He's not out of it yet. He could counter with Valiant. He can get the 3F damage. S1 goes out onto the LRK. Fryer still has the S3 available. He went for the S1 last turn for the first rotation. S3 comes up. Will he land the defense breaks? Freer is right around the corner, right behind her. F Fryer. Oh my god! 4 out of 4! It's 4 out of 4! The defense breaks are here! Solitude Rune proccing on the Aros, and now Freerin S1 goes out, kills off 26k on the LRK. Will that splash damage finish off the Valiant? And it does! Game 3 going in favor of meowmix. Wow! Absolute masterclass from Meow. I mean, that's +2 trial points! That's my Guild War go! It's not even Guild War, but he said, I'm getting my +2! That's my go! Both players are trying to organize their imprints, trying to make sure they have everything ready in the right spots. Okay, and into the game we go. We're going to see the Fumir from meowmix again, taking the first turn with the 5 focus stacks here. And this is going to do 10k damage onto the Ruel. This will land a 2-turn sleep and defense break. Will it land? Oh, it landed 8 out of 8. It landed 8 out of 8. I guess one thing I should also point out is Fumir got the new EE, right, for the increased focus gain. So I guess that's something that we also should point out as well. So meowmix goes for the S3. It pushes up the Valiant to 62k with the superhumanization. Soulburn S1. This should just wipe everything on the board. Like, everything is going to die. Like, everything. Ruel is going to have to bring back just one character. Everything dies. Boom. There you go. Valiant becomes Thanos. Right? Reversal set comes out, but what can you even do in this point? Right? What can Ruel even revive to turn the tides for Chang? Obstacle for S1. He says mine resists. Okay. He got tagged. I mean, the game's over. He got tagged. He's death broken. It's over. Oh yeah, Fumir reset him. You're right. Fumir reset him. You're right. And, oh my god, Rimuru? So one thing to point out, chat, is Rimuru is really good when there's a single target, there's one DPS. If Rimuru can kill the Celine with the fixed damage on Pursuit set, this game might be over. Oh, it might be cooked. Celine's going first. It might be cooked. S1 goes out onto the Fire Politis, and it does completely take it out. Analyzing Assess is going to be coming out from the Rimuru. Will it be enough? He does get the Warhorn proc here with he does steal the buffs for the immunity, or sorry, the barrier and the attack buff. And the immunity, I guess. But Warhorn, that's Warhorn 2-stack. Acades is here. He could steal the immortality now, but this is a horrible set of tuning here for Chang. Because you kind of want Acades to go right after the Luna, but Meow is running a slow Luna, so the Acades pick loses a lot of value. Oh my god, he hit a stun. He hit the stun, okay. Does he want to hold the S3 though? No, he doesn't hold the S3. He's going to S3 onto the DN. This is going to do 10k fix, potentially more. Okay. Looks like there's no pursuit set on the Renag, it seems like. Immortality does get picked up. Okay. Luna 25k HP. Now the thing is, even if meowmix goes for the S3, right? The issue is he doesn't have much follow-up in this spot, so going for the S2 makes a lot of sense. And Janua, I mean, Penres is up. So you're not going to be able to do that much damage if you swipe with S3. And S1 into anti-crit, you gotta hope you crit. Misses crit on the DN, unfortunately, but he does refresh that attack buff. Can Chang win this? Like, is there an angle that I don't see? Like, maybe if he's... Oh my god, he just death broke Hades with a Ross S2. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think Hades might have no effect resistance. Because that dual attack, no crit. I think this game is over? Question mark? Yeah. Now he's going to be able to take game number 2. Alright, and Spirit Eye Celine is going to be banned out by Axarian. Or sorry, Spirit Eye Celine gets banned out by Nora, and the blue Elena will be banned out by Axarian. Alright, so Nora Dogs will obviously get the first turn. They're going to be going for the Soulburn S3.
Those who deny their fate.
Alright, Zio does go for the Soulburn S3. This will proc at the end. S3 goes out onto the Briar, so she will get pushed back. Veronica will jump in front, obviously dispelling the immortality on the DN. Soulburn S3 comes out. He needs to land this defense break and bomb. He has to. And he gets it. He gets the pushback. Spottisabel's hair tie is going to generate more souls from the Lady of the Scales. And now Lady of the Scales gets the S3. This will apply the abundance, and this will also cleanse off the Briar Witch Iceria. There's a way that you can play around this. It looks like Axarian is finding all the openings. He does have the 70% mitigation still. He does have the free run S1. Opts to go for it. No Elbrus proc. Abundance is going to be coming out onto the Ross, Monarch, and Zio. And now Briar has a Soulburn S3 available. Is he going to want to rip it? Or is he going to play it slow? Oh, he opts to go save the souls. He opts to save the souls. S3 comes out. Will he get Elbrus? Most likely he will, I reckon. There it is. There's finally the counter. There's the Elbrus. Immortality is now going to proc on the Briar Witch Iceria. Now, Genesis Ross is going to be able to go for the Soulburn S2, which can basically disrupt the passive on Briar, right? Now Ross can revive. Which is why Axarian had to go for the S1 on the free run turn, because if he didn't get the immunity, free run could die on this turn, right? And now Scales does have the Soulburn S1. Will he land the Fear? Oh my god, he landed the Fear on the Monarch. Oh my god. S1's gonna push the free run in front. I think Axarian got it. Axarian got it. He has the immunity. He'll never be able to lose to this to this Ross. Even though Briar Witch Iceria is sealed, it's not going to matter. There's going to be too much damage. And Axarian is going to be able to take game 1.
Watch me now, darling.
Ooh, the Requiem Ramada on 5. More book, more bridge. Lock-in Ruel is banned. So obviously he picks the May to kind of cover the... So if we're going to be realistic, right? Axarian picks the Maid here, I believe, I assume, is to basically block. He doesn't want to go for the outspeed win condition because he can just double imprint and then he just 50-50s the game. So Axarian wants to go for the Maid Chloe to try to block the Renact damage so that, you know, he can kind of survive. But can you even survive? Oh my god, his Luna cut. Yeah. This might be cooked. S3. He gets the push back. Does he get the resets? He can't reset Yoha, however. But he can push her back. And he does get it. He also resets the Infinite Horizon Hades. Looks like he reset everything. Soulburn S1. Soulburn S2. Ooh. And he rips the S3. Will this kill all 3 characters? Wait. The Maid Chloe cleave? Oh my god. It is now a 2v4 situation. Maid Chloe's going to go for the S3, applying the revive and the defense buff up. Now Yoha is going to be able to bring back a character, so it is not over yet. I will say that. But it's a tough spot. Nurse cannot be reset. That's one thing you got to be aware of, right? Reset Yoha cannot be reset by, you know, Blue Lua or Requiem Roana. So she does have the revive up, and Renak does get brought back. Something that needs to happen is Renak is going to strip. He can't, right? Because he's reset. So even though he gets brought back by the Yoha, he also can't go into stealth, right? So this is going to be able to kill, and now he gets revealed. Wow. Roana gets the S1. Will he get the defense break on the Renak? Will he go for the kill on the Renak, or does he just want to go for the kill onto the Yoha? Now remember, Requiem Roana does have defense break and a chip on S1. He gets the defense break. Ludwig has the Soul Burns. Soul Burn S1. He gets the attack buff. Will this be enough damage to kill? It definitely will. Wow, and Axarian pulling out the Maid Chloe Cleave. Taking the set. And he's going to make it into the top 8. Moving on to tomorrow. Congratulations. Oh man, boys. I really wanted to see the Brigida get into the game, honestly. I really wanted to see it. To see that bind and that block, that would have been so nice. But alright, here we go. So we're going to see Knight. He is on Discreet Hands. He's going to be able to get the S2, S3. Now, one thing I want to point out is when you have Shinji or any Immortality unit that can be in the front paired with scales, you can just kind of like stack up the Immortalities. But one of the main issues is when you go into Satsuka, she can just kind of strip it, right? So is Renak going to have enough damage to kill Satsuka? Surely not, right? Unless he's the best in the world. Okay, he opts to go for the Maid Chloe. Pilfer down the Satsuka, counterattack. Lethal Whisper does proc on the Satsuka. And now Scales is going to be able to activate. Discreet Hands is going to be coming out. Now, how is Knight going to want to play this spot? He opts to hold the S3. Okay. Satsuka counters. No Lethal Whisper, however. Now, Maid Chloe does have the souls, but I reckon he's not going to soul burn here. Just opts to go for the S3. Put up the defense buff and the revive buff for his team. Even though the revive buff is not really going to do too much, as there is Shinji on field. S1 counter from the Satsuka. Oh, this could be really bad. Proof of Friendship pushing. Oh, wow. So he has Proof of Friendship to push himself forward. Immortality is going to proc now onto the Sinful Angelica, but this will push back the Sinful Angelica as well.
5 minutes later.
Renak does have the turn. S2, he will strip most likely. Oh, he didn't strip. But I don't think it's going to matter. That is going to be the game. Knight is going to be able to get the game. And Hellion Lua does get banned out by Knight. And Tetsu opts to go for the Ludwig ban, respecting the last pick as he is first pick. Now, this is a huge game, guys. Knight is up 1-0. If Knight wins this set, he will be moving on into the top 8 for tomorrow. Now, we are going to be seeing Knight get the first turn with the Luna. We do have to see that, obviously, it is Res Warfare. There is Arya passive. There is also Christie. So, and it's also Res Warfare rule. Will he be able to resist? This is all it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. Will Requiem Roana tag? Oh god! Oh! He resisted! Everything resisted on his team! That Requiem Roana might just be full attack. Oh my days, he completely resisted. Everything resisted. He didn't hit a single reset. And now Freerin, I mean, if he S3s, he's not going to be able to get any value. Right? Everybody has Immortality. And this is where Resistance Warfare rule just has so much value. So much value. Right? Emma Arya is going to be able to go for the S3. The EE will allow her to steal off 20 souls from Knight's side. But he opts to go for the S1. Oh, Arya actually got reset. So my apologies. Everyone didn't get reset except for Arya. So Christie, Diane, and Celine, they all resisted, just not the Arya. My bad, I didn't see that in the CR bar. That's on me. And now Dragon Bright Senya will go for the S3, 35k HP. Remember, Dragon Bright Senya did get buffed in the recent balance patch. Arya does get targeted down. So Christie does have the S3 up. All right, here we go. Attack buff comes up. Diane finally gets the turn, and she will be able to press the S3. If he wants to, he might even just go for S1, but I imagine if he does go for the S1, he wants to fish for a dual attack potentially. Because he can kill off this Luna, and if he's full HP, I mean, he can maybe survive with the Celine, with the Silvertide Christie passive, but I'm kind of surprised that he didn't go for it, though. Soulburn S1 goes out onto the Dragonbrite Senya, not wasting the first Nimble Sword proc. That's very heads up of him to do, because obviously the first Soulburn you get with Celine is increased damage, right? So if you waste it on a target like New Moon Luna, that's basically maybe like 7k HP, it's a waste, right? So it's very heads up to not waste the damage there, because you can't kill Frieren, you don't want to proc Rise Resolve, so dumping that damage onto the Dragonbrite Senya is very heads up of Tetsu to do. And now Frieren is going to go for the S3. This will trigger a counter from the Spirit Eye Celine, as she does have her passive up. That kills everything off. Wait. I think this might be cooked. Dragonbrite Senya, if he crits. He didn't crit. Oh my god. Because the front is dead, Requiem Rana doesn't cut, and now the Celine is going to be able to cut because it counters onto the Frieren. I don't think Requiem Rana will be able to outspeed, right? Will Requiem Rana outspeed here? Oh my god. 96%. Celine's either about to 1v9 or not. Does he get the kill? Oh, he misses the kill. Oh, he misses the kill, but he has the S3 up. He's going to bring everybody back. Oh my days. Man, the resist. I mean, how is it possible? ML Aria got reset, but Christie and like Diane didn't get reset. Diane didn't get reset. Like that is wow. I mean, that's got to be 15%, right? Most likely. That is just unfortunate, right? Sometimes it happens. Sometimes that happens, but Arya does have the S3 available. I don't think he's going to want to Soulburn this, so he just goes into the S3. This will apply the barriers for the whole team. And again, it will take another 20 souls off the Frieren. As we can see here, there's 36 souls down to 16, and that will finish out the Dragon by Resolve. And how is Knight going to play this? S1 with Requiem Rana, dual attack. Another 4 souls going to come off the Frieren because of that counter, or because of that dual attack. I don't know if Celine can ever win this spot. Right? I mean, Celine is just... I'm sorry, I don't know if Frieren can win this spot, because Celine just kind of infinite immortality and just farm souls non-stop. And yeah, he just slowly works the souls off the Frieren, and if Frieren can never kill Celine, it's going to be a problem. Very heads up of Tetsu to do here, right? He doesn't want a Soulburn, because he just wants the S1 full heal, and then just try to work the souls down on Frieren. Frieren cannot touch the Celine at all. And Knight is going to surrender. Game 2 goes in favor of Tetsu. I mean, this is anybody's game. Like, is Tetsu's Renak going to outspeed? Oh, man. Knight was able to outspeed the Renak with the Payra. Can't say you see that every day. And it was 8% ahead. This guy might be Mr. Fast, bro. This guy's 8% ahead of Renak. Yo, that might not be okay. That says 8%. Hello? Are we looking at the same game? Like, hello? Oh my days. Okay, so Flan's going to be able to go for the S3, but if he goes for a kill, this will proc the Bystander Hwayoung potentially, but he has to go for that win condition. Divine Vessel is going to proc. Will the Bystander Hwayoung get any strong kick with the S2 and kill a useful target? Monarch Iseria tanked the Hwayoung. That is not very good. That is not very good. Knight just tanked Divine Vessel on Monarch Iseria. Summerbreak Charlotte goes for the S3 onto the Bystander Hwayoung, takes it out completely one shot. Solitaria does have the S3 available. Obviously, the unbuffable means she cannot get her buff. Daydream does go for the Soulburn S3. This will activate the DN. This will finish off the Iceria. This will proc. Okay. Will he have enough damage? Will the DN have enough damage? S1. He lands the Abyssal Crown stun onto the Summer Break Charlotte. So the enhanced dual attack is going to get shut down. DN's going to have the S3 with the Immortality. This ignores effect resistance. Oh, it takes out the Summer Break Charlotte. Why is it fucking 11:42 p.m.? I want to fucking scream. I want to scream. I want to scream. I want to scream. Oh my god, I want to scream. Oh my god. Oh. I cannot believe what just happened. Escort comes up. Flan has the S1. Will it be enough damage to kill the Solitaria? It's not enough. Peyra has a Soulburn S1. Will he be able to land the stun onto the Solitaria here? Soulburn S1 lands the stun. He lands the stun, but now he goes into Daydream. Now he goes into Stealth. Rupture's going to come out, and that will kill off the Flan. But now he has to hit into the DN. Now, he does have Goblet of Oath. He does have the Fat Barriers. He has the S2 into S3. But he's stunned DN. I mean, that's reasonable. He has enough effectiveness, but he's also 8% ahead of Renac. This guy's gear is insane! This guy's gear is insane! Oh my god! Abyssal Crown lands. Abyssal Crown lands onto the Peyra. Peyra outspeeds though. S2 is gonna come out. He's gonna be able to kill off Tetsu! Oh my god! S2's gonna finish out at the end. Unbuffable comes out onto the Solitaria. Will he go for S1 finish? Will he go for the S3? Will he go for the S3? He does go for the S3. This is going to refresh the attack buff and also the barrier and the escort. Or sorry, not attack buff, sorry, stealth. Oh my god. Will he land stun? Will Tetsu land the Abyssal Crown? We've seen it already happen. He goes for the S3. This will strip off a buff. Or buff reduction. He lands the stun. Will he get outsped? Oh my god, he has to hit a stun here. If he hits the Abyssal Crown, he hit the Abyssal Crown. No way, no way, no way, no way. Solitaria can't get the S1. He can get another stun. He hits the blind. He gets the extra damage from the Daydream, and that's gonna kill the Peyra.